Oh, you okay? There we go.
The Winston Dramatic Show has been brought to you by Burlington Volkswagen, located at 4500 Route 130 in Burlington, New Jersey. At Burlington VW, we have some respectfully dope cars to ring the bell for. Check out the new ID4 Pro all-electric V with navigation, the Atlas, which is a smooth SUV, and the Tiguan, which is a rugged crossover, and more. Feel free to stop by and check out the specials that we offer at Burlington VW. Whether you need a new car, a leased car, or a pre-owned V, be sure to holler at AJ or Syed. Make sure you tell them that Winston Dramatic sent you.
Yo, so I don't usually come on. Well, I haven't been on in maybe a few weeks. You know what I mean? But it's an interesting night. I had a few conversations. You know what I mean? First off, I got some stuff. It's called Busy to clean your system. If you need something to clean your system, anything to clean your system, you guys holler at me. You can inbox me, Winston Dramatic Mills, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. It's called Busy. It's something to really clean your system, make sure everything is going good with you internally. You know what I mean? Help you out, help you purify your system. You know what I mean? So, with no further ado, I have a good show tonight with a few interesting people from my city, from where I'm from. You know what I mean? Musicians, people that were musicians, but also business people. You know what I mean? Just into business, and that's what I like to highlight the most, right? You know what I mean, you guys also see the number at the bottom of the ticker. You guys can also call in, talk to us whenever you want. You know what I mean? About whatever you want. This conversation here is about what's going on in the city, how these moves can help artists in the city or anybody with a voice. You feel me? You know what I mean? So right now, I want to bring in my friend right now, bring Letitia Fenderson in here. Y'all would know her as Mook if you in the city. You feel me? Y'all should be on here watching her and supporting her. You know what I mean? We want to bring Mook in the screen. You feel me? What's up, Mook? What's good?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, I can. Do you have a verse for me starting off? I'm on your back. Do you have a verse for me?
No verses.
No verses. All right, and I'm just messing with it because
I barely got a voice. I'm getting over.
Right, not right now. But all right, if any of you guys remember her as kids, right? As kids, she used to. She was a member of the Suicide Posse on stage. She was a member of the Suicide Posse, rapping wise. She could rap and all that stuff. And she was very young. We were young because we ran around the same time. But she was really early on getting on stage and seeing different artists and stuff. They brung her a lot of places. You know what I mean? But I just want to ask her these days how she doing and what's new, what's going on. Let's jump into a conversation. What you feeling like? How you feeling?
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
You hear me, Mook? You going
in? I'm always working. I'm so sorry. Let me put my phone down. Okay.
Right. All right. Talk to me, Mook. How you feeling? How you feeling these days? How you feeling these days? What's new? What's life like? Talk to the people. Talk to me. Talk to the people. I need you to talk. You know what I mean? And feel comfortable. Feel comfortable talking.
I'm getting over a cold. As you know, Sunday.
Right.
I partnered with my bro, and we fed like 330 people in Pennington Plaza. So it began to rain, and I've been sick since then. Today is the first day I was in movement since Sunday. Okay. And nothing. Life is good. Life is life.
Right.
Life
good. Right. Yeah. What was you doing Sunday? What happened? What was
Jay White, Maine's World, and a couple of other volunteers, heavy rotation. A bunch of people got together for the community, And I don't celebrate Christmas. However, I do support and feeding people, of course. So we
Why don't you celebrate Christmas?
I'm
Why don't
Muslim. I'm Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we fed the community. I believe that Fraser Homes, that community,
Right.
they were there. The fellas from around there was there. It was a huge outcome. It was real shocking because it was a cloudy day. It was rainy. It was drizzly. And the lines were long. Like, I think, to me, I discussed with my bro Jay White. I
Right.
think that was the most successful one we ever had.
Right in Trenton, New Jersey, right in Trenton,
Yeah,
right?
Princeton Plaza,
Right in
yeah.
Trenton. Prospect
So
Village,
they
yeah.
brought their kids out. Jay White was Santa and the Grinch. He did his thing with that. We had mad food, mad snacks. I
Right.
believe they gave away toys also. So yeah, so that's what I'm just getting over a cold from that
Oh,
event,
yeah.
from that day.
So you was out in the rain
I'm out
giving
there.
out food and stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
out
that's
there.
great. You got a great heart. You got a great heart. I'm gonna get into some music, but I want to get into some of that. Don't you do that? You do donations.
Oh yeah,
You-
absolutely.
yeah.
So I do support various organizations
Yeah.
privately, anonymously.
Right.
I am sponsoring a few families, and it's
Yes.
not for Christmas, it's
Right.
for winter, and it's also for my shout out to my oldest son Dollars Rage, who will be joining us today. Is his physical
It's
birthday.
your birthday. Oh, happy birthday
so,
too. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Whenever we have an anniversary or something, we definitely donate to causes, and we don't gotta know who it is or whatever. We just pick someone and we look out for them. So yeah, but definitely every paycheck I'm donating anonymously.
And it's a family right now that what happened to him? Was it something that happened to him? Would you say it on here, or did you
Yes,
want to
so
donate?
it was a family in discussion that I was gonna really sponsor.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna do that at a different time, so I really don't want to mention that right now because
Okay, that's
I need
beautiful.
to get more information on it, and I haven't spoken to the family yet, and because
Right.
the family is so big, I don't want to go on.
Right.
I have to have a discussion with them because the family is big. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. What about a 501c3? Weren't you supposed to get that, or are you still trying to get that?
You know what?
This is a team rage. This is a team rage thing, right? And I'm just, for the crowd, I'm trying to be on her because I've asked her to do it. So I'm just like on her. She like, I'm gonna do it. And she will do it. But I want her because she donates so much that I'm like, yo, she needs to get a 501c3.
The thing with the 501c, unless one of my sons want to do it.
Right.
Especially with me being the owner of the label and learning as I go. That's something like I think that giving for me is just natural. Although it's a good paper trail. I just really believe that my presence and my essence, I'm here to, I was born to be a giver. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really matter if I have a paper trail or not. I just don't have the time to take out and do paperwork. I'd rather to say, but I'd rather
you already do a lot of paperwork.
Or pity pack off to someone else. And I really don't want recognition. So I don't really want I don't want no charity in my name. Like if my sons want to run a charity and put it in their name and do the paperwork and all that, I'll back them 100%. But for me, I don't really think that I would want to do a charity. I would rather just donate.
Absolutely. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. With the music, but music is a business though. So with the music though, Team Rage. So that would be a Team Rage charity, just like I see other music groups. They'll have their own charity back in.
But this is the thing about charity. You got to be real mindful, Winston. You got to be skeptical when you're talking about charity, especially if you live in your own town. You know what I mean, or someplace else, because charity to me is, Winston, if you have a hardship, and I don't
Yeah.
know you, Winston.
Yes, yes.
Next to you is having a hardship, and they're popular, Winston. I'm
Right.
giving to both of y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I don't get into the charity business, because there's too many discrepancies. When I see people do GoFundMe's and don't get me wrong, people could be selective. They can. It's their life. You know what I mean? Like they do what they want. However, at the end of the day, a giver is a giver.
That's
I
right.
don't want to get into a situation where a person thinks I'm giving more than the other. And that's why a majority of my work that I give is anonymously. You never know what's coming from me. And then the other thing is, I just believe in charity. You know, someone said to me at the job the other day, one of the lawyers said to me, he was like, you know, Natisha, you know, you said we were talking about charity. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you know, I bet, you know, if I pulled up, you may have not gave me a plate because he's well off. And I was like, why wouldn't I though? Why wouldn't I?
Absolutely.
You know, why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? So it's like charity is charity. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see a person coming and being greedy, but if it's a charity event and you're giving out free food, everyone eats, period. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me if I'm the sponsor of a charity event and I bring my niece or nephew, right? You're not going to give my niece or nephew a gift just because I'm a sponsor and you know I got it.
Right.
So when it comes to donating and charity, I'm very particular about that, and I'm very anonymous because I don't pick and choose who I give to. I've given to people that don't even know it came from me, and I do things. I'm not selective. You cannot like me. I don't care. I don't. You know, you don't got to see me, but if I have it, you know, and it's going to help because someone having a difficult time, I'll give it because that's how Allah made me.
That's a blessing.
You know, it's a gift and a curse though at the same time. Man.
It's a curse, yeah. It's a gift and a curse. It is, ain't it? So, all right, look. So on the curse side, people despise you for giving, or they despise you to being able to have to give.
You know,
and everybody they shouting you out in the comments like they're giving you much respect and all that. You know what I mean, I just didn't read them off because you speaking. I need you to speak.
The curse part comes from this, Winston.
Right.
I'm Mookie D from Suicide Posse.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I sold a dream to a wedding ring. No lies or nothing. We all know that. Okay.
Right.
Boom. So you turn around, right?
Yes.
I was always a smart woman. Always a smart woman. Shout out to Suicide Posse. I swear to God.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's right.
The streets raised me. The streets raised me. You know what I mean? They raised me. But who I am at heart, that never leave me. You understand? So when I come around and I'm not saying much, but I am working and I'm making plates and I'm giving out food and I'm bringing food and I'm taking food and I'm cussing my brother Jay White out because he put ham on the table. You know, I told him we don't have no ham at the event, you know, but that's who I am. You understand what I'm saying? So when I act in that manner, when I come and do something, I come to do just that. Don't get me wrong. I don't despise nobody that's taking pictures. I take pictures here and there and everything like that, you know, because I'm not the only one that enjoy doing it. There's so many people out here that love doing what they do. You know what I mean? But me, myself, I'm in and I'm out. You know what I mean? Because when I'm not home, I'm in the presence of my home right now. But when I'm not home and I'm out in the streets anywhere, and I don't mean running the streets as if hanging out or whatever, because I do still go around the way and talk to my little cousins. But when I'm not in the streets, believe it or not, my life is in whoever hands I'm around because I don't know what's going to happen.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to be subconscious of everywhere that I go. You know what I mean? And you never know who like you, don't know who don't like you. You don't know what's going on. You know? So the curse part is that people they fear what they don't understand.
Absolutely.
So sometimes I come off as a threat for nothing.
Yeah. Yes. And she's nice, man. She treats you nice. Where I'm gonna go into this another way into it a little bit. Where did you inherit the spirit of giving? Right? Where did you inherit the spirit of giving? Like where at in life, or some people you're just probably born with it, but where did you inherit that gift from? Do you remember or do you know?
Yeah, I do. I know what make me give.
give it that respect. Go down that lane. Talk to him.
I I recall like when my birthday is the day before Christmas, right?
Right.
Today my
Right.
son's birthday. And I recall when I was younger, I used to get double gifts. Like I never got the same birthday gift and Christmas gift. I always got
Right.
separate gifts, believe it or not. My
Right.
mother was a single mom, she separated from my father.
Right.
And she did the best she could. And I remember one year she had Santa Claus come down the street on a fire truck, give out toys to me. And then my grandmother, my father's mother,
Right.
her birthday is New Year's Eve. And she also, I was always in a predicament, whereas, school time came, my grandmother made sure my mom did the best she could. And
Right.
I don't know, it was just in me. Like if I had something, I wanted a person that I was with or around to be equal to me. I don't like to see people sad, mad, down, depressed. I've been like that since I was younger. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's where I get it from, because I know it's me, myself, when I got to the adolescent years and life started lifing for my mother and life started lifing as me coming up as a teenager. You know what I mean? I was in the streets. And I was in the streets because I chose to be in the streets. I came from a good family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody had their ups and downs in their family. Everybody have, addictions in their family. You know what I mean? Not everybody, but mostly everybody that I know that I grew up with. You know what I mean? So I can't knock none of my parents, my mother, nothing. She did the best she could. So when I was running those streets, I would see and when I was selling drugs, I would see situations where people would do certain things for drugs. And it made me always like watch and think, like, man, like, because who wants to be a crackhead? Who wants to be an alcoholic? Nobody really wants to be that if you think about it. And some people just can't help it. And whether you want to admit it or not, everybody is acknowledging mental health now. Mental health is going on.
Been an issue back then. Yeah, it was.
So I think I really observed it at a young age, and that just made me just want to give people
Right, absolutely. That's you blossom though. You just blossom, and it's so dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. So and you still are into music, into business, right? You still into music, into the music, and you gradually gave the gift to your son. You gave the gift to your son so he can he makes music, makes songs, music videos, right? He got an ill video too with the what was it, a lightning, real ill video. I was just watching it a little earlier. I like that. So I mean, you gave that jewel to them. How would you push him, or you already pushing him, but explain how you pushing him in the way of music where it can become of some good to the company, Team Rage. Let me ring the bell for Steve.
All go out to him. Like all that goes out to him because I'm built for any season records. I own a record label. He's co-owner of the record label.
Right.
Well, him and my other 3 sons own the label also. I own the stakes as long as I'm alive. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he owns 50%. But when I retire in 3 years, him and all 4 of my sons will own the label equally.
Right.
So believe it or not, once my Dallas, my oldest son, he was a real good kid. It was just him and I for 6 years. When I had him, and I moved him out of Jersey to here because I had his brothers, and I recall he played basketball real well, and when he graduated, he had the opportunity to go to Villanova.
Right.
So I did the FICA application, and he was like, "Mom, I don't want to go. I want to take a year off." And I was mad because I did the application. I ain't gonna lie, that application. You ever did a FICA application?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. But mind you, I knew he would be upstairs making beats and his friends
Right.
coming in. And you know what? I didn't look at it as him really making music. I was just happy that he was home and that he wasn't out in the street. So his friends would come to my house. Like he never really went out much. So,
Right.
you know, when I would hear the music
Right.
going upstairs, I ain't paying no mind because I had to work and get the coins. So,
Right,
you
absolutely.
know, and then one day when he said that, him and I was upset with him for not wanting to go to college, but I had to respect it. And then he was like, I want to do music. You know, I want to get in a show. And it's so funny because shout out to my Sean Tucker. He had a show at Maxine's in Trenton. And I
Yeah.
hit him up and I was like, listen, I was like, you know, my son, he make beats. He don't only rhyme, he make beats. No, he produce, he's engineer. And you know, can you put him in the show? You know? So I was like, do me a huge favor. He like, what? I'm like, please put him on like 4th. You know? So
Wow.
because I'm like, I never heard my son in action. Like I saw him rehearsing it and stuff, but I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna feel some type of way if they boo my son. So
Right.
I,
And you know how to been on stage before, and you've seen like wild crowds. You were on stage with Queen Latifah. I mean, all them Busta
Yes.
Rhymes, all that young, but you were young. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, she might have been. I wonder if she was. I never asked you, but I always wanted to know. Like, were you terrified to see? Like, because these is people that we listening to at the time. We think they're big, so I'm like, yo,
Right.
she got to be along the lines of how we all thinking because we peers.
Who was that brought Black Sheep out?
Yeah.
Positive
Somebody
Force,
brung him.
right?
Yeah, Force brung him like a couple
Force
months
brought him
ago.
out. And that day when he brought him out, I went to Cooper's, and you know, I'm watching him perform. So I told his manager, I was like, you know, I know him. I was like, I performed with him,
Right.
you know what I mean, or whatever. So when he came off the stage, I hollered at him,
Right.
and he like, oh, what's up now? And I'm like, me and you did the War Memorial together. I'm like, but it's good to see you.
Yeah.
So like 20 minutes
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
the manager came back and was
Yeah.
like, you know exactly who you are. And that's when they named PA and everybody. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, man.
So yeah, I made a connection with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met, of course, Queen Latifah. Who was
Right.
it? Queen Latifah. I'm getting so old, I'm forgetting.
Was it like, was it
MC
Russell
Light.
Simmons? It was a lot of Def Jam artists as well, right?
Yeah,
A lot of
MC
Def
Light,
Jam. Yeah.
Little Kim, Wu-Tang
Right.
Clan.
Playing,
Yeah, we rocked. I mean, like, we were literally like, we had to do a show in Tuskegee, Alabama. Mind you, I was only like 14 or 15 then.
Right. Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
And we did a party at the first Black college in Alabama, Tuskegee,
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah.
And afterwards, we went to a house party, right?
Yeah.
It was me, Brand Nubian, Queen
Yeah.
Latifah. What's his name? Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
Black
Trust
Sheep.
them.
We went to
Right.
a house party and threw in a DJ Juice tape, and we was
Right.
rocking.
It was
We was
rocking.
rocking. Yeah. So you know that was fun back then. It was.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right, so picture so dollars is almost like the way I'm looking at him, like, man, you a star like whoever's a star out right now. I'm just trying to, when he come in, I want to ask him like how do he visualize other artists, like how do we look at him? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because your mom was around him, but he might not take it as serious as we would because we look up to like Busta Rhymes or any of them, Light and all them, and we look up to them like, yo, that's Light, or yo, you know what I mean? Not really no super starstruck stuff now because we've been around mad artists, but at that time when you're younger,
Right.
you look up to them. You know what I mean?
With him, see, he has an old soul though, because like he grew
Right.
up around music, and also his father was a musician, so
Right.
he grew up around it. And then my mom played the music. He was always around music, and he always like since me knowing him doing music, he takes
Right.
it very serious, and he respects. One thing about him, he respects those that came before him. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Make a Way video where he sampled the Floaters, Float On, that song,
Right.
you know, the Rocky Steps.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
he doing that. He doing that like that. I didn't know he was doing it up.
yeah, he got the video was out. It's called Make a Way on YouTube. He did it on the Rocky Steps. So he's very serious about his craft. So when we put him in the show, he did go on 4th. but he did great, like surprisingly great for his
Right.
first show. Like no
Right.
mistakes. So
Yeah, so that show at Maxine's, how did he rock that? He rocked that.
exactly. So
He did.
after that, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm on to something now,
Right.
and I didn't realize how good he really was. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until he just literally came to me one day and was like, Mom, I want to do this. I'm like, all right.
Right.
And then we went through the stage and then he got out, he started working in the studio because he also made beats. He makes his
Right.
own beats for his music. So he got out, he started getting into the world and working in, at studios and things like that, and really branching off into his own style. So now where I am with it now, he's not my son anymore. He's my artist now, okay?
That's right. Wow. Let me ring for that.
He's my
Wow.
artist. When we
Yeah.
talk about Bill Finney Season or Team Rage,
Right.
that's my artist.
Right. You're getting a lot of shout outs on here. Kevin Hines,
Hey, Kev.
Cross, what's going on? Unique Kinetic, Winston Black, and some more. It's a lot. Everybody shouting out
AC.
Team Rage. You know what I mean? They on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we should bring him in. Let's bring him in. Talk to him, chop up with him.
Dallas, happy birthday, boy.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Hey, hold on, Dollars. You had a chance to get with Villanova and play ball, and you turned your back. You turned your back. I'm on you. I'm on you right now for that. But I can't tell you not to do it.
Be honest though, to be like at the mindset that I had when I was younger.
Yeah.
I knew I was very talented at basketball, but it wasn't really my first love. I really loved playing ball, but I really didn't see. I'd seen myself making it far, but I really didn't believe it because people.
Man,
it's not even that. It's not that I didn't believe. It's just like I worked real hard when I played ball. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I had
the spirit
I really
is
that
talent, fly. I can see you doing that. Like I can see you doing that. You feel me? But I can see you doing this too. Go ahead, talk. Talk. I ain't chopping you down.
Sometimes, I always look back at it and be like, what if I did do it? But at the same time, I'm happy where I'm at right now. Like I can't complain because at the end of the day, like, God set a plan for me. I don't know what the plan is. I just go with the flow.
Ride with it.
Word up.
I feel you.
Nah,
I feel that. Yeah. What you got cooking up? Talk to me about Team Rage. I want to hear everything. How you
I got a tape dropping tomorrow. Well, at 12 a.m. tonight, actually, if you tune in, I got a video and the tape dropping tonight. I got a video. It's called For My Brothers. It's like when you listen to it, you hear it. Like I try to make all types of music. Like it's like this one about like depression. You feel me? Like somebody depressed and just me trying to talk to them. Like you bigger than what you are, what you think you are. And then I got a second part of the song. It's called Back End. That's my mom's favorite song. So I had to make a video for that, Joe.
So when that video drops tomorrow, that's my favorite song.
Tonight
at 12.
Tonight,
but it's only my favorite song because if he wouldn't have said a curse word in it, I would have swore he was talking about me.
Right.
Because he said, "What tell him the hook side?"
I said, still watching for haters. I know what they plotting. I duck them like gays. My bitches from Asia. She keep it strapped. A Glock with a laser.
I carry a Glock with a laser. Wins. My Glock got a laser on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why would you say like
he talking? He's talking directly. He just talking his talk. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just talking about shit.
He's just talking his thing. But also like, all right, look, like, how do you look at other rappers, man? Like, because you got a creative mind. So I'm talking creative to creative. A lot of other people probably wouldn't understand, but I'm talking straight to you. How do you look at other artists like a Uzi Vert, and then levels of different rappers? Like, because I know it goes into different battle rappers are different than a regular, than what I mean, than a show rapper, and it's different. How do you judge them? Who do you think is good? You know what I mean? If it's worth even saying their name.
I'm a student in the game, so I try to acknowledge everybody. So I got my tiers of favorite rappers and people that I look up to and people that that inspire me. Uzi definitely an artist that inspire me. Like I make beats that's practically for him.
Like
you
that.
know,
So
sometimes,
you would if you could get in line with him, you'll try to do something so you can
it's only a matter
you know
of
what I mean?
time. You know, I think I know somebody that knows somebody. Possibly.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Get
but
in line.
you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like I heard you talking to my mom earlier about the artists and stuff, like older artists like Queen Latifah and all them. Those are legends in my eyes. Like those are people that like, you know, they from Jersey. Like Queen
Right,
Latifah from
absolutely.
Jersey, so that's a big deal to me. Like one thing about Jersey, us as a state, like we don't get the credit that we deserve. I really feel like that. Like we don't get the credit we
and
deserve.
it's funny that you mentioned that because we have you know, as far as Jersey, you know, we have a lot of people in Jersey that me, myself, and my son, you know, my artist. You're not my son, you're my artist. My artist. He used to go off at my artist. You know, that we do. There's a few people in the town that we really know, really freak with us, you know, but because we roll in a humble way, you know, and you know, we don't try to take nothing away from nobody. You know what I mean? We're not gonna sweat nobody for support. We just pushing. And when I say we pushing, Wentz, we pushing I'm telling you, we pushing at a fast pace. But before I forget, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dallas. There's a lot of people that we do salute in the town, most definitely from Trenton.
Could you spit their names from the city?
The first one definitely is MD, Delight Music Group. Shout out to MD. Like
pretty, what's good?
He more MD, like he's like family to us, you know.
I call him my uncle. That's my uncle.
Yeah, so you know, people, you know, definitely shout out to him. Not because he knows he's in this business too, and he's not competition for us. That's my cousin. That's my family, and he gives me raw, uncut, straight up, whatever I need. He got me. You know what I mean? Whether I like it or not. You know, he got me. Boulevard Ski.
That's my boy.
He on here too.
Vibes, EBE Vibes.
Right.
Little DJ Splash. Shout out to her. Pito. Who else? I had everybody at the tip of my tongue, but there's a lot of people that we really look up to because I know for me, you know, in the music side. Oh, and shout out to Missy Porter and Ace the Chemist in Philly and Wild Tuna. DJ, what's the DJ that in Miami side that do for Weedman? The DJ Alamo. DJ Alamo.
Okay.
Alamo. Because the thing about it is I'm trying to learn this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
already got it.
He knows
got it. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? And shout out to Big Ooh here, honorable mention, because I remember one time he recommended a show for my son. Mm-hmm. As soon as I hung up the phone with him, 15 minutes later, the dude called us for the same show that Ooh recommended me to. On the low, somehow in some kind of way, we have the same connections. We do.
Yes.
You know, people just don't know. But we do have those same connections, you know. It's so much talent in Trenton. Perry Street Walk, Ducian from Philly, Mir, my youngest son Mir. He's going to be on this project that's coming out at 12 o'clock. But Trenton, man, Trenton is like I can't wait to give Trenton the opportunity to get what they deserve. You know, but it's up to them. You know, it's up to them because I'm not. But one thing about me, Wes, I'm up and down the highway going to see this one.
That's right.
Handling our business. You know what I mean? You know, you on the phone with me 3 or 4 in the morning. Whatever. You know what I mean? Last night you was on the phone. I was coming from Philly. You know, like I'm pulling up. You know, I'm
not to cut you off. Shout out to my boy Tate Wade from Trenton too. Tate Wade.
Give your scoot on. Let him give a shout out too.
Tate Wade.
Got a lot of them.
Eskino, Trey Twiz.
Yeah.
Bigger Don. I don't want to miss everybody, but
go in as many as you can.
IZM, I think that's his name. IZM, I think that's my boy. I follow him on the gram. A whole bunch of dudes. Like I follow a whole bunch of dudes. Boosie, Drip Different, my boy. I engineer for a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. I shout out to I engineer for a lot of people, and I got a deep connection to Philly. Like Philly is like my second home. I ain't gonna lie. I love Philly so much.
Well, with that being said, with connections, I think it's time we make an announcement. You want to do it, Si? You want me to do it?
You can do it.
So this goes back to the giving part, Wentz. Okay, when I said we're givers, and I taught my sons this too. So someone from Kenya, Africa, reached out to my son for a feature. My son didn't charge him; he just shot him the feature, right? But mind you, like 3 or 4 years ago, my son went viral on TikTok for one of his beats. Like they were having war over there. And they were just like, they were doing a TikTok challenge. We had no clue. Remember, Si? Like, we like, wait a minute. It was crazy, you know? So I went to go see Dollars when he shot the video with his wife, the last video we dropped, right? He was like, listen, you know, some kid from Africa reached out, you know, I shot him a feature. So by the time I got back to New Jersey, he hit me like, Mom, hit this man up. You know what I mean? Like, he's got the kid in Africa. So I hit him up, and it's who we got in the waiting room. It's Sonny, the sound rig, you know, giving me a proposition for a global deal. Yeah. So we working with that. We have the connections for that, and we just excited. So Dollars to have more features with more people globally now, international. So not only in Africa, London. His music could be global. You know,
everywhere.
Yeah, only place it probably won't be in is in China or Korea because you know the government controls.
Yeah, the laws are different. Yeah,
the sound rig is actually a distribution thing that Sonny's working on. So actually, that's what I really. So, not to cut you off, you know.
No, you good. You're right. You got it.
You know, he got a little. He's starting a distribution company, so it's kind of like it's not distribution. I think it's streaming and distribution or something like that. So it's a streaming platform.
Bring him in.
You know, he can set you up.
Absolutely.
My boy Sonny.
There he is. Sonny is in the building. Family, if y'all in here already.
Yo, can you hear me?
Sonny is in here, and we're gonna talk to him.
You stayed awake, Sonny?
Yeah, babe. It's 2 a.m. But I'm here for you, my sister.
Sonny was at a birthday party. Sonny in Africa. It's 2 a.m. there. He waited up just for us. Huh, Sonny?
100%. Yeah, no, it's 2 a.m. But I'm here for you. Obviously, it was my niece's birthday today, so.
Happy birthday to
her.
Having
my last beer with you guys. I want to shout out to Dollars, your birthday. Salute, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
This is for you. Where's your drink? Where's your drink? There you
go. Absolutely.
What is that? What is that?
He deserved one. He deserved one. So peep this with this. Oh, he got the big bottle too. So peep this. All right. So with this distribution is a thing, right? Because I just through this past week, I was just looking at different clips of people saying how Apple and I'm not really trying to shoot them. I wouldn't really even mention them on my set, but this is the conversation with those other streaming sites that they rob the artists. They take everything from the artists. It's already not given that much already. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure everybody is looking for a site that they can put their material on where they can feel not slighted or not cheated. You know what I mean? So and would your site be able be the place to represent that?
Yeah, definitely. So what we're trying to do is use the technology that is at the forefront of everything right now, right? So they're calling it Web3. And what Web3 is Web2, which is what we all know now, which is everything, right, that we're used to. So Spotify, the SoundCloud, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Web3 is all of that plus blockchain. And what people don't probably understand right now, and I hope they should start to very soon, is that the blockchain is a distributed ledger. Basically, it's something that everyone can see all the time. They know who's being paid out, when they're being paid out. Everything is clear, right?
Right.
So everyone knows the blockchain technology as cryptocurrencies and all that stuff, right? So, but what they don't know is that we can use that to distribute anything that's digital. So
it'll turn, hold on. So it'll be like, it'll just turn the currency. It can turn into crypto, or it can turn into.
Well, the same thing is a crypto is a token.
Yeah.
That can be sold or bought or whatever.
Right.
So can anything else that's a token, and we've turned music into a token.
A token. That's fat. I'm about to curse and shit.
So
but, that's a hot thing.
So that's what not to cut you off, Sonny. This is what made Built for Any Season want to invest in this company. Two things.
Right.
And become partners, because two things. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, people are sleeping on that. Stop it. Just like they slept on the computers. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I ain't gonna tell nobody else what to do, because I ain't gonna beat nobody in the head. I gotta worry about me, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, if you're not investing in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, you will one day. Right. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Number two is people think that you make pennies off of crypto. No. The way that SoundRig is set up with Sonny and the way we get paid.
Right.
Reason why I partnered with them also is because they have the same belief we have. Right. The artist that Dollars gave the feature to is in a refuge camp. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
We did that out of charity. And again, when you asked me earlier, we gave that verse to him, and in return, we hooked up with him, and we're doing a global deal now, right?
Yeah, that's a beautiful story.
Not only that. So like I said, we donated a verse. My Dollars donated the verse. In return, we linked with Sonny. Got the global distribution, right? Then we're partner and with him. But this is what makes us unique. If you put your music on SoundRig and you sell your album is $10, right? Our aim and our belief, because I like donating, is 20% goes to the platform, just for you having it on the platform. The other 80%, the other 80 goes back to the artist straight. The artist got to worry about who he got to pay. The artist still owns his royalties. The artist still owns his masters. Okay, so of course you got to pay the platform, but if the other 80 going straight to the artist, and the artist, it's up to the artist to pay who they want to pay out of their 80. And not only that, because it's cryptocurrency. They get paid right then and there. If someone buy their album right then and there, they're getting their money right then and there. That's
all right. So what if it's in another country, right? If it's in another country, like Rupal, say if it's in India, they would get paid in Rupals. If someone from India bought the music, they would get paid in Rupals, right? Or is it all just U.S. money? Like I'm not trying to talk anything which can go against it. I'm just thinking of it because it's so many ways, but it's so I'm like, yo, that's kind of mean. Right. It's a dope platform. But also
isn't Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, that's only one way for all across the world.
Worldwide. That's worldwide.
That's worldwide. Bitcoin, that money's nowhere. You could go anywhere. Bitcoin is always going to be Bitcoin.
Right.
You don't have to switch that money over. You get Bitcoins right then.
I had to ask that one, right? And then I also had to ask, right? You giving a real good percentage. So you guys not scared that Spotify or Apple will try to jump on you. They'll do because they crooks like that. And I don't want to really throw them in the garbage, but they will put all they, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking they'll put all their weight on you and move out the way. And because it's so much of a good percentage, you can't beat it, right? And it's just me thinking of that. I ain't saying that at all.
If I could just explain quickly, so the concept of SoundRig is the fact that it's a for-profit social enterprise, right? So the whole point of it from the very beginning was to create a place that we know that we're never going to overtake the music industry.
Right. So you're not looking. You guys not looking to take
over. It's ridiculous to think that we would even compete to take over anything that Sony Music, Warner Music, all that stuff, right, are in charge of. No, but what we're trying to do is like give another option to artists to say, look, you can be on all the streaming sites, and we'll support you on that. But at the same time, there's another thing, another avenue or option for you to make revenue, to put food on the table, to make bread, right? Which actually you don't have to wait for 100,000 streams to get paid $100.
That's right.
If you like sell 200 of these music NFTs, right? But we call them tunes, as TUN 3 for Web3 Z. That's our product.
Right.
And the product is a music experience. So I actually took the idea from DVDs, because when I came up with the idea, it was in 2011. And back then, way before blockchain was anything like Web3, all that, none of it existed.
Right.
But I came up with an idea because my friends were musicians, they were artists, they got signed, and got shelved.
Right.
And like they were like talking to me, and we're like having a heart to heart, and we're like, the fuck has happened to you? And like,
I know.
This has happened, that has happened, and this is how the industry is. And so we're like, we came up with a concept, which was this idea. And I hope I can talk frankly here, but basically, I was crumbling. I was making a fucking big L on a DVD case, and on the DVD case was. What was it? So when you got a movie on a DVD, you got the movie. Movie was available everywhere. What else did you get? You got bonus content. You got extra content that was only available for the people who bought the DVD, right? So an extra experience.
Right.
So
A little
back in 2011, I was like, what if music artists could do this? What if they could show their real selves and like and make a deeper connection with their fans?
Right.
And like it could be like spitting fire in the booth. It could be a jamming session in the studio. It could be, I don't know, them in the hood, walking the dog, whatever. Like whatever they felt like that would connect with their fans. Unfortunately for Soundrig and the idea, the more the time has gone on, streaming has taken over, right?
Right.
People are like all over social media, but what they're doing is they're giving all their content away for free. Like,
actually,
there's no value left in what they're producing.
Absolutely.
And all they're doing is chasing streams for penny, like fractions of a penny, in fact, right? So they're getting paid nothing. They're putting all their content on social media for free, and none of it is worth anything because all they're doing is chasing their
So real quick, so you saying since 2011, since it shut down the CDs and DVDs and stuff like that. So everything that's put from there on stream sites is probably worthless. You saying it's worthless?
No, well, what I'm saying is the value of what people are putting out has gone to zero because it's out for nothing. Right? But people's content is valuable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It is. I know what you're saying. That's what I was saying. It is valuable.
So how do you put value on something? Is
How do you
exclusive, right? So we built a player which is encrypted, and so when somebody buys one of these NFTs or tunes, we allow them to choose what they want to encrypt. So they'll be like, okay, my songs are on Spotify, so I've got EP on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
But on Soundrig, you have the same EP, but you might have 2-3 tracks that are exclusive that cannot be bought or seen or anywhere. And then you got them in the studio making that tune. And then you got them talking about what the vision behind it was, or why they created it, or what the idea was. Like, anything that they feel that the fans would love, right? So we package that all together and we create an experience that only 200 of them exist in the world.
Right.
So this is the magic of the blockchain technology, because now you've got an asset. Because before you used to buy a DVD and then it probably got scratched.
Yeah.
And you left it at a charity shop or a thrift store, whatever, right? But now you've got something that actually exists in the digital realm that can be sold later. So as the artist gets more famous or more popular, you don't know. We're not saying it's an asset. We're not saying it's like a security or whatever, but we're saying that this is a collectible, which is one of 200 whatever. And somebody can cherish it for life, or they can sell it, or they can do whatever they want with it. But the point is, the music industry, as we have known for the last 4 or 5 decades, right, is that big, and it's always focused on that amount of artists that they felt to make the money.
Right.
So my thinking was, what about the millions of hopefuls that could make it?
Right.
That are that big, who is supporting them? Like nothing.
Right.
So your margin of people that's not that big is that big.
Yeah. So Soundwig's whole purpose.
More. Yeah, it's worth more.
Soundwig's whole purpose is to focus on giving the leg up to people who just need to make bread. But the point is, nobody needs to like work 3 jobs just to fulfill their purpose in life, which is to make music. Right. So why don't you just give them an avenue where they can make money immediately? So anyone that supports them, first of all, they don't have to make 100,000 streams just to get $100. They can sell 200 of these exclusive EPs or whatever, these music experiences, with them pouring their heart out, whatever. But those 200 could earn them $2.5 grand in a month.
Right.
That's a big difference to hopefully earning something or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I said like Soundwig is a for-profit, obviously because we have to survive, right? But as a for-profit social enterprise, the whole thing is to give opportunities to everyone around the world.
Right.
Make bread and just it's kind of like how would you say it? You know, like when people do crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, right? You do a small sale just to get you raise and you pour your heart out to the community and they support you. Is that in music, basically?
Right. So, and this is what made me partner with Soundwig, because it goes back to our original conversation before we brought them, into the chat. You asked me what made me a giver, right?
That's right.
So this is just a way to show that we give in all kind of ways. And even with our hustle and our bustle and our everyday work with this label and everything, we're thinking about the bigger picture still.
I'm down with it. Look here though. Y'all know how big that is.
When I spoke with Sonny, and Sonny gave me that, he wanted to know, how did we know this African kid? And I told him, like, my son just gave him a feature. He felt he just gave him the feature. We didn't charge him or nothing. And he's like, do you realize this kid is in a refugee camp? He sent the group to the university, and they got to perform in the university wherever they went. So Sonny is working with that group over there. I'm over here working with my son, running around and doing things that I have to do. But in the meantime, it makes a lot of sense. See, I know they say if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? But in my instinct, I'm a label. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody paying me nothing right now. I'm paying because I got to get my label where I want my label to be, right? But you, as Sonny said, you take all these talented artists, even the artists in Trenton that's in the studios all the time. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the ones that's not popular. That's not even popular. They could take their song, put it on Soundwig. Only thing they're responsible for, if they don't have a manager, you know what I mean? Because if they have a manager, of course, the manager will have to do the marketing, to make sure they market it and promote Soundwig to go buy the music. But all you got to do is get somebody to go to Soundwig, buy your song, and you get $8 off of $10.
That's
this is for anybody. This is for anybody. The only catch is Bitcoin. and Bitcoin ain't hard. You know what I mean? It's the new technology.
That's what
Either
it
get
is.
with it or you get gone. I think me and Dollars are already on board with it, but I'm just ain't that right, baby?
Dollars, what you think of it, Dollars? What you think? Talk to me, because I want to hear all three.
You know, when I first heard about Bitcoin and everything, I always wanted to find a way to invest in it, but I just didn't know, and I didn't have enough research to know what was going on. So when I met Sonny and he explained everything to me, it makes perfect sense to me, because as a musician, you know, sometimes I got extra content that might be left out because, you know, it might not fit Instagram or Facebook. Right. So I could just put it on this website, and, you know, all the people that really love my music, they'll really check it out, because I know I got people that love my music. So, you know, it's a perfect opportunity for me. And at the same time, I think it's the future. Like, you know, Bitcoin gonna be the future. Nobody's gonna have dollars no more. Like, you know, low key, you know, everything is digital.
Appreciating it. I know. I researched.
It's a wild idea.
It's
good idea.
So, you know, it depends on again, when you're dealing with people, that's why Built for Any Season, I'm only dealing specifically with my artist, which is my son. You know what I mean? He'll be taking this over in 3 or 4 years. I'll just be signing checks or whatever, but he'll be the man because we're getting old. But at the end of the day, what we're doing, and again, with us being, you know, doing generous things for people, this is a platform where nobody's winning but the artist. Nobody's winning but the artist.
Nobody's doing that.
Nobody's winning. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna, you know, and then this is another thing. If the artist is getting 80%, right? If he sells his record for $10 and he getting, you know, $8 off of it, right? Yeah. You gotta push your own marketing in this, that, and other, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, they gotta work it. They gotta work that.
You know, so get you a manager or get you a marketing team. You're gonna have to pay just say $1 for the marketing or whatever, but you still walking away with 80% of your song, and you're not even a signed artist.
Yep. Right. Yeah. And the point is also, like, we want to teach artists and young people coming up that a record deal isn't the be all and end all. Like, you shouldn't aspire to that because you might just get shafted. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone else has. But what we want to teach is that once you know your own value and once you value yourself, when you do get a record deal, don't sign for nothing, right? You don't sign your life away for pennies or to get shafted in the long run. So the whole point is that we give people the opportunity to make revenue and also put themselves out on the bigger realm, right? Like the Spotify's and all that, but also put yourself in this space where you are in charge. You're in charge of your the price of your music, the volume, how much you put out, and most importantly, the creative content. Because, you know, when people sign to a label, they're not in charge anymore. They have no control over anything that they put out. So now you're in control of everything you put out, the price of it, and how much you want to put out, how exclusive you want to make it, whatever. But at the same time, we're saying to them, we are supporting your career. So, like, when an artist comes to Soundwave and they apply, we create like a mini website for them on Soundwave. And on that is also the links to their Soundwave, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, everything. So, when people can listen to their music for free or whatever, and then start following them, when they fall in love with their music and in their story, they might realize, oh shit, there's only 250 of these in the world that will ever exist, right? Now they support them, and when they support them, that artist gets a real living wage. You know what I mean? Something that they can
something they can eat off. Yeah,
exactly. So we're trying to get away from the way the industry has been going, and it's not about like hollow likes and follows, right? It's more about real fan to artist interactions. And the beautiful thing about this whole blockchain thing is, like, once somebody buys one of their tunes, now they got access to like metaverse events. So we could do online events. Like, so Dollars could do a concert or whatever, right?
Right.
And only the people that supported him would have access to that.
Right.
So, and also any merchandise that he wants to release or whatever, only the people that supported him and bought those tunes can access that. So we're bringing those connections. But I just want to recap on the story, if you don't mind, Letitia. Like, this was a beautiful interaction. The way it came about, because the guy that we're talking about, Miss Ambula, he's in Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya, and when I was like starting out, so last November, I'm also a consultant for basically not charities, but more like social impact projects, right? So I'm helping them. I'm doing their social media marketing, all that stuff. I met this guy in Kakuma refugee camp called Betty, and I was like, Betty, how many music artists? Because obviously Soundwave was just starting, right? So I was like, how many music artists you got in Kakuma? And he was like, brother, so many. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, bring them on. And I met this guy called Miss Ambula, and they didn't have anything. Like, they passed me the music, and I was really impressed by what they provided me. But they had no way of actually making the music. So 6 months later, I was like, where's the music, guys? And they're like, we don't have any place to record music. Like, what are you talking about? So that's when it dawned on me to make a social impact project. So the idea was to build a studio in there. At that same time, I think Dollars, he reached out to you, right? And said, yeah, can I make a tune with him? So I obviously didn't know Dollars or Natisha at the time. And I'm working with Ambula to make a studio in a refugee camp like it's never been done before. It's a completely insane project, but I thought it's possible. And you know what? If you can help people in the toughest place in the world, you can do it anywhere. Right?
Well, yeah, you're right.
So that's my idea. I was like, if we can help these people in a refugee camp build a studio and start getting the music out there,
yeah,
anywhere. Right. And then he showed me this track with Dollars on there. I was like, whoa, how the fuck did you do that? Where did that come from? And he was like, I just asked this guy and he allowed me on his track. I was like, introduce me to this guy. So I through Dollars and Natisha through the guy in the refugee camp. This is the beauty of the interconnectivity of the digital age, right? Like, you don't know who you can make, but
you're right.
We cannot waste these opportunities. Like, you have to do it for the right reasons, not for just for profit's sake, or you know what I mean, making money. So anyway, I reached out to Dollars through Ambula through a refugee camp, and then I had a meeting with Natisha, and then obviously I told them what the project was about, and what I love about Natisha is that we hit it off right from the start, because real recognized real, you know what I mean? And I told her what everything was about, and she was like, this is it. This is what we've been wanting to do.
Yeah, I was on go. I was all over it, because when I met with him,
these are my family right now.
Right, we are now. I just gotta go to Africa next year, but when I spoke with him, you know, we spoke several times, as a matter of fact. But it was exactly what I was looking for, because throughout the career of my artists and owning a record label and things like that, like, I shadowed so many people, you know what I mean? There's even people that I talked to that I didn't want to do their job. I just wanted to see what they was doing, how things was going, because when I was with Suicide, I was an artist. I was their little sister. I was sheltered. So it came a time when I did a lot of charity events to let my artists perform, you know, to let them perform and give back. And then it was a time that I shadowed Missy Porter up in Philly, Missy Management, and I saw what it was that she was doing, but I didn't want to do, I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do either, nor did I want to throw any parties or throw any shows.
That type of stuff,
However, I did attend them just to see that type of atmosphere. And I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is exactly what I'm doing right now.
What it's coming, it's coming in.
Connecting the dots. And, you know, I got Trenton. I mean, you know, like, I got Trenton, we got Philly, we got Africa. Well, I'm partnership with distribution for Sound Rig, and we other investors are looking at us to come aboard too. We had a meeting about. I had to go to late last night. That's where I was coming from. Like, so we got a lot going on behind the scenes, but we're trying to make it happen. And the number one, and that's what I liked about him, because he was helping these kids in a refugee camp. He was trying to build a studio, and then he understands that he knows certain things are popularity. You know what I mean? Like, if a person love an artist, they're gonna go to his music. But let's not get it wrong. Because it's this. You can have connections, but that don't mean you're connected. You got to remember that. You understand? That's us.
That's right.
We connected. We connected. Absolutely. You know what I mean? We global now. We connected. We did something somewhere. You know what I mean? We not.
I seen your path. Look. I seen your path. When you was here, you came on the show before, and we started talking, and you was like, "Yo, I'm going to a show in Philly. This, that." Yeah, you didn't want to do all that. You did want to always. She wanted to do a label herself,
but
and it's coming into tuition. You know what I mean?
wanted that experience from every angle. So when I'm home, when I retire. I could know what's going on because I really lived this. Like, I'm really up 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm in my office job.
Absolutely.
Like, I really live this because I live this and I believe in this. You know what I mean? So
absolutely,
it's just a blessing that we hooked up with with Sonny, and we got other opportunities coming aboard with us on this journey. And and again, if anybody want to have a discussion about it, again, we're not bending nobody's hand back or whatever. Their thoughts is their thoughts, but this is the path that Built for Any Season of Team Rage. This is the way we on right now.
Team Rage, dope. Yes,
they're able to offer that to anyone else that want to jump aboard. We can negotiate. I'll get Sonny on the line. He's in Africa, so of course I'm here in America. So come holler at me. I do nothing without him anyway, and this is how we doing it.
So all three of you are dope to me, right? Yeah, I seen your mission, Mook. I could call you Mook right now. Mook. If y'all don't know, y'all should know. This is Mook right here. Mook was like, yo, she was going to shows. I just repeated it, but it's playing back in my head. She's going to shows. She going to Philly hard. Boom, boom. She learning that, whatever. Feel me? Then she come back home, but she started a label. Feel me? Her son already doing beats. This is kind of intuition type stuff, right? Her son already doing music. It's kind of crazy. So they kind of moving. I'm like, dang, y'all moving it. I'm looking. So I'm like, y'all moving together, but I'm not knowing y'all moving together. But Mook like, yeah, I'm gonna start a label, put my son involved. This when you up here though, Dollar.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
you feel me? And then now Sonny here. Sonny like, yo, I got an idea. He got an idea that builds that take care of the less fortunate rappers. Not because every musician ain't rich. Really, every musician is a theory that most musicians are poor.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, that's a fact. Theory, you feel me? And this is historic. That most musicians are not Jay-Z's, and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
not everybody. But what he's trying to do is change the dimension of all of y'all can get money, which is some fly shit, right? But all of y'all coincide, and I'm just watching like, yo, y'all might be supposed to be together. So, I mean,
but I'm just honored, and I usually, I don't do well with with this being a family business, especially with the artist being my son, I'm very like I don't put as much, like, I'm just private. I'm not sneaky at all. I'm private. I'm very private. I'm very selective, and I like being that way, however, and now that we're growing bigger and we're involved with Sound Rig, and Sound Rig is involved with us, I really have to network more or whatever, and I know that it's going to be somebody or a few people that we're going to be able to help out with this platform, and I'm all open for it.
And you always help musically. When you see an artist, you'll try to help. There was a few people here in town that was real. They were pretty good, but their life just wasn't. It wasn't a focus like they weren't focused. But you always would have the heart to and the mindset to help them. Right. If I'm just in case if they hearing me now, I won't hear if they on the set. You know what I mean? Like she always would help you guys. She never would really turn her back like that. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, I'm my fault for going because I'm going into my little zone and all.
Nah, you good.
But you know what I mean? But she would help you if she could. I mean, and then she would help your life if she like, yo, you dope, you can rhyme, sing, or whatever. She'll help you, try to bring you up. You know what I mean? Try to bring you up. She's like that. You feel me? She's like
and you know the fact that you're calling her Moo, she told me, she goes, only the realists ever call me that. So you must be one of the realists.
Absolutely. We're supposed to coincide. All of them.
Somebody might call me Moog, if they call me Moog, they're real.
Yeah, wait a minute. I said, I was like, who was it? Somebody we were talking to, and I was like, oh, if you ever hear anyone call me Mook, they one of the realest. So yes, Sonny, he's one of the realest.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Her
real nickname is Suge Knight, for real.
That's on the other side of things. You feel me? But
Suge Knight,
we don't want to highlight those parts.
He's terrible. He calls me Suge Knight.
Suge Knight.
Yeah.
That's sweeter than Suge.
That's Suge right there.
But no, this is what we doing, Vince. But we definitely gonna hit Kenya to holler at Sonny to meet him face to face next year. We're gonna plan the trip. And Wes, we would love for you to join us, of course. You could.
I'd love to go. You know, I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane. Yeah, I'm on the plane. I got my little luggage. Or what. Matter of fact, if Bitcoin over there, I'm coming with nothing else but one set of clothes on.
Right. So, you know, it's an honor to go with, and I feel good about, you know, the situation. I feel good about linking with, you know, Sonny. And as I explained to him, I know that, you know, we're going to be faced with hardships because in every situation you are, you know what I mean? Nothing is never easy these days, but, you know, it's for what you stand for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what you stand for. So at the end of the day, you know, like, we're going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm getting to it. That's all I can say. I'm getting to it. Like, and I want to see everybody win, and I want to see Sound Rig win, and it is what it is. And we just I'm saying we about to be out, but look, do you have a link to is it ready? Do you guys have a link to each like something to y'all, like maybe an Instagram or Facebook, or the link to Sound Rig 2 if it's ready, if you have a link to it, and introduce the artist into there right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Each of y'all you got a turn. Go ahead and do your thing.
Go ahead, Sonny.
Okay, yeah. So thank you. Yeah, so the website is quite simple. It's soundrig.io. It is the very early version. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, we only launched last year, and we are at the cusp of making a big dent in the music business model, not the music industry. Like I said, we're not trying to compete with them because we know is not even a competition, right? But what we want to do is give artists another option. So if you go to soundrig.io and you go to the artist application, that will email come directly to me. So I'm like the CEO and co-founder of this, but you will talk directly to me, and I will onboard you. I will teach you everything there is to know about opening a crypto wallet, about metadata, about crafting your experience that you want to sell to your fans. And when you do that, you also will earn a page on SoundRig, which will have all your connections, all your Spotify, SoundCloud, and all that stuff, and we will go from there. So what I'm saying to all the artists is, do not be afraid of the new tech. Like, nothing to be afraid of. If anything, is going to liberate you for what you should be doing and what you deserve to have, rather than you chasing these false narratives where you are only going to get taken advantage of. And people like artists will look at other artists, 1 in a million who've smashed it, let's say. But why did they smash it? 1, they might have just sold their soul. You don't know, right? 2, they've sold out. Or 3, they've got the liking of someone that knew that they can make as much money out of them as possible, right? In the music industry, you'd be lucky if you get 20%. and that's like the biggest artists in the world, like Mariah Carey's, Michael Jackson. They're all known to have made maximum 20-30% off the record label. What does that mean? That means that you are a commodity. Why don't you turn yourself from a commodity to your own asset and be in charge of your own craft, right? Your own.
No,
and that's what Soundrig is here to do, basically. So, come join us, and the more artists that come, the more we can support, and it will go from there. So, we will always be a grassroots movement. That's the way I want to go. Like, I don't give a shit about how big it gets. I swear to God, I don't care about how big it can get, because we're not trying to be the biggest company in the world for profit. What we're trying to be is the biggest company in the world for impact. If I can make as much impact as possible and make enough money to keep going, that's it for me. You know what I mean? So I'm here for you.
Give them the website one more time so we can put it up in the comments.
Soundrig.io, SOUND, sound, RIG.io, soundrig.io.
Okay, that's dope. Thank you too, Sonny.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Si.
Dollars. What's your impact, right? What's your impact? What you trying to do? And the album does come out tonight. And also give me your Instagram and all the other stuff. Talk to him real quick. I want you to get your thing off.
It's your boy, man. Listen.
Yeah.
The tape dropped tonight. Appreciate it. Birthday tonight, you know. But listen, the tape dropped tonight at 12. You know, I dropped a link in the comments. You know, bro posted it. I appreciate it, Winston. Thank you for posting everything. Thank you for having us. You know, I appreciate you. Thank you. This is my first time on your show. You know, I appreciate it. I wish I was there in person, but you know,
you're supposed to be.
Yeah, word. But I'm here. But
it's all good. You want
my Instagram is Dollars Rage. Everything that you need to find from me is Dollars Rage, man. You could Google me, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I'm just Dollars Rage. Y'all see it all on there. You know, I appreciate you for having me. Appreciate everybody for watching. Ski, I see you in the comments, bro. You know, we gonna answer your questions. Gee, I just, you know, we gotta get this out the way, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, move. Let it hit them with what you got, right? And also, I mean, you might pop up at spots, you know, because you still frequent around the city from time to time. So talk to them, give them your Instagram to get this is record label, you know, for both of them, Dollars and Mook. This is record label. This is contact to their label. So if you in the area, you can sing.
Made for all seasons, baby. Made for all seasons.
Yeah, let's go.
My fault. I'm sorry.
So the record label.
Give them the address.
Let me see. Put the camera down. The record label is built for any season. Look kind of lopsided. I got a lot going on over here, but built for any season is the record label. Team Rage, of course, is Dollars, and Soundrig is our partner. I'm on Facebook. It's Natisha Fenderson. Built for any season record on IG. We're redoing our website because we have to update some information and include Soundrig now on my website.
Oh, yeah, the clothes too.
Yeah, so you know, and no, Sonny, we don't have a location in Atlanta, do we?
Say again?
Someone asked, do we have a location in Atlanta? We don't, right?
No.
No, that's
it's all digital for now. But yeah, in the future, we want to have studios all over the world, basically.
So, yeah, that's how you contact me, Natisha Fenderson. I'm in Trenton Tuesdays through Thursdays because I work in Trenton. And yeah, I'm around and I'm here to answer any type of questions that you want to answer. You want to get aboard, you want to know what's going on, you want to know how to get put on, holler at me, and I'll definitely connect you, you know.
In Philadelphia too. If you can tell me.
Definitely Philly. Shout out Philly. Shout out Philly. Shout out everywhere.
You got it.
Shout out Charlotte, North Carolina.
I ain't trying to curve your thing, but I'm like, yo, she's in
yeah. So shout out to Mayhem Clothing, Dollars Clothing Line. We're coming out with
soon,
real soon. And yeah, so I want to thank everybody for listening. I'm real excited. I was just happy to make the announcement, knowing that we able to help someone get their music out there globally. You know, because I've been talking about worldwide for so long, Sonny, you wouldn't imagine. So I'm also excited to be getting ready to go see Sonny and Crash Africa, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Finally, before on that point is basically what we did was we wanted to build a studio in Kakuma refugee camp. Like again, it's never been done before, right?
Yeah.
But the idea was like, okay, so one step back, these guys, do they even know how to run a studio? Yeah, and if they had a studio in a refugee camp, what would they do with it, right? So we did like a test project, and we basically sponsored 6 artists to go from Kakuma refugee camp to Nairobi. There's an 18-hour drive. The whole point of it is to prove the fact that it's not sustainable to pump money and like, make people do that journey and go and make music, right? It's better to have it in their own yard where they feel that they own it, and they do own it, and they're able to do that whenever they want, right?
Right.
So we sent them to Nairobi. They recorded 4 tracks. Now, one of them is a group called Golden Family. That's Mr. Mbula's group. 4 artists, like R&B group, let's say, yeah, rappers and singers. And there's a young girl, 16-year-old Zabi, a beautiful vocalist.
Talented
and then
too.
this Sniper, who's
Sound good.
a rapper who wants to also be a producer. And then Dollars basically donated a beat with his lyrics on there. And there's also another artist from the US called Cavelli White, and he and a producer from the UK sponsored a beat. So there's now a 6-track, potentially a 7-track EP coming out in the next 2-3 weeks. I'll send you guys the link when it's going to come out. But this is, imagine the scale of this. This is the first time anyone from a refugee camp is not only just able to get themselves onto the DSPs. So obviously this will be available on Spotify, SoundCloud, etc. But it's the first time they've been able to get an EP out all over the internet with collaboration from international artists. It's never been done before.
So where can people find it at, though?
Well, it will come out on soundrig.io, and also obviously like Dollars will put it through his Instagram and everything. So right now it's being mastered. So the whole EP is being mastered by a friend of mine in the UK, and obviously he's doing it for free. So we can't force it. Like I'm pushing him, but I can't say, "Come on, man, do it," because he's not being paid. He's doing it out off his own back. But it's going to be mastered in the next 2 weeks, and we're hoping to release it either before the new year, hopefully, or early January. And yeah, it will be something that will be available on all the streaming sites, but it will also be available on Soundrig, where people can support these people and buy something that the money goes directly to them in an instant. That's the beauty of the blockchain. When people buy something on Soundrig, it's immediate. Like as soon as you pay
you could
for the item, they get the money in like 2 minutes or less, even. Yeah. And that's the beauty of this whole system. So that's what we want to do.
Sonny, we're gonna let you go to bed because I know it's like 3 o'clock where you are now, 3 a.m.
For me, it's 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yes.
Before y'all finish though,
go to bed.
Bro, Mr. Mabula, he got a song out with me now. It's called "We Made It for Real" or "We Made It." Already, that's on his YouTube. Is on a Golden Family, I think, YouTube page. Is already a song with me and him. That's our first song that we made. In case y'all want to check it out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is that included? Is that song included on the album that's dropping tonight, Dallas?
I didn't even know about it. Is that the one that you recorded before? No. See.
Yeah, that's the first one that you guys heard from me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's the one. That one already out.
This is the thing. Like he's put it on YouTube, right? They have no knowledge or education or anything about putting it onto DSPs. So this is where we want to make that platform for them, where we support them in getting there. Like what you did is amazing, Dollars, right? Like you really supported them into getting there, but it's not enough because you've done that first step. But how do they actually revenue? How do they make revenue, and how do they support their careers? Right? Yeah. This is where we want to get. But
what's crazy is though, man. To be honest, bro, I did that song just because he asked. Like I ain't
exactly.
I ain't really think it maybe get this far.
Yeah. You just was doing, you just rocked with him,
I
right?
did it. Yeah, I love music, man.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
If somebody off the street asks me to do a song with them or a beat, I'm like, all right, bet.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, he do it.
All right, so everybody tune into the album release tonight.
Definitely.
Right.
I gotta get some more tea, Sonny. You gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna call you later. Dollars,
Much love.
enjoy your birthday, baby. I love you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
But I gotta
Hey,
drink
Winston,
my
thank
tea.
you, man. I appreciate it.
Yo,
Thank you
much
so
love
much.
too, man. Happy
Salud.
birthday. Enjoy your night, your rest of your night or tomorrow, whatever, the whole weekend, because
Yeah, you know where I go.
it up, you know.
I wish everyone a lovely Christmas with their families.
And Sonny, it was lovely meeting you.
Respect.
Meet the crowd. Meet Trenton, New Jersey. Y'all meet Sonny. You know what I mean? Y'all
And we
already
may
know.
have another major announcement
what I mean?
where we have to come back on and share, but that's for later. Okay.
You sure?
Oh yeah, we got
sure?
you, Wentz. You'll get the exclusive information. You'll get all the dirty deals first.
Word up.
All right, much love. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Trenton. You know what I mean? Y'all give a thumbs up and heart to my fam, Team Rage. Yes.
Yes,
Bye,
sir.
see y'all. Bye, Wentz.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Pete, get us out of here.
Wes,
Yeah.
appreciate